Moin moin and welcome in Ralf's Foto-Bude. Today I don't want to show you a camera, but today I want to show you some accessory, especially I want to show you a tripod. You may know Manfrotto. It's a traditional hersteller it's a traditional manufacturer from Italy. They build tripods, I don't know since when, but very, very long. Myself, I use also a Manfrotto 190 and I use it like, I don't know, but I think 24 years. It's still working, you get spare parts and it's still a nice tripod. It's a little bit scratched, but it still works and it's still fine. So yes, they build quality. It's a little bit more expensive, but it's quality, and they have some new ideas, and that's what I want to show you today. Which points are important with the new Manfrotto 190. It's out like, I don't know, like some months at the beginning of 2014 it came out, the new one, and it has some really nice points. And I want to show you some macro accessories for the photographers who want to shoot macro. There I have some nice accessory which you can put also on the tripod and which make your work a little bit more easy. So let's come to the first point. The first point is we have these rubber things here around the legs. It gives you a little bit more comfort in the winter, and it's nice to touch. It's a little bit more soft than the aluminum, so this is real nice. In former times we put some foam around to protect our hands and the shoulder if you carry it on the shoulder, but now at this time on two legs they have these rubber holders, so that's real nice. Next point are the clips here at the legs. Also in former times they were a little bit more outside. If you use a bag, it was not so easy to move the tripod into the bag because these small things were in the way. So yes, and they are a little bit more curved, they are smooth, and they work real nice. You can open up the clips very fast, and you don't have the problem that you can stick your fingers behind them and can hurt yourself. So this is also solved the problem, and so they work very fine and very smooth. Next point is the adjustment of the legs. Here is a small aluminum plate, and when you remove the plate towards the end of the legs, you can move up the leg like I would say it's almost 90 degrees. And in the next point, when you move the leg downwards, they are 1, 2, 3 stops to rest the legs in a certain position. The most is this one, and then we go down to this, and this one. Okay, so let's put the tripod in front of me. Oh no, first I want to show you some things about the head. There's a big discussion between the ball head and the 3D head. I like this one much more. I like that I can adjust the two different ways very easy. I have a ball head, but I don't know. I like the 3D head more, but you can do what you want, because you can put also a ball head here on this tripod. You can put other heads on this tripod. Now it comes with a new one, and the new one is the MHX Pro 3W, the 3-way head, which comes with the tripod in a complete offer. 190 Manfrotto and the 3D head comes together. One thing I like with the new head is that you have the grips, and you can move them a little bit more out so it's much easier to adjust the head. And if you want to carry the tripod, just move the grip in and it's a little bit more compact. Exactly the same here at this grip. You can move it out and move it in. Next point, you can adjust the friction of two directions. If you make it very loose like this, it goes very easy. You see, it's very smooth and very light. If you have more heavy cameras, you give a little bit more into the friction, and then it works a little bit harder, and you can go up. If you have a real heavy camera, you can go up very high, and then the friction is very hard, and the camera, you can adjust also a heavy camera with a big telephoto lens, very smooth and very perfect. So I like this one very much, that I can adjust the friction for both, for the tilt and also for this direction also. That's the friction setting. Okay, we have 3 levels meters here on the top plate. 1, 2, 3. This one is for the portrait mode, and then we have one which is here. I move the middle a little bit more out, then you can see it a little bit better. And this one is here at this point, and you can turn it around. So it doesn't matter from which side you stay behind the tripod, you can move the one exactly to the point where you need it. And of course, we have the top plate for the camera. It's secured, you can't open it accidentally. You have to push down this small thing here, and then you can remove the camera plate. Okay, so as I said before, I like to take macros. And the problem when you take macros is that you have to go down. And now we go down, we move the legs a little bit. So in this direction, and what you see is camera away, and what you see is the middle is on the bottom. So we have to move up the middle a little bit, and here we are. But as you can see, that's the lowest position we can get. In former times you have 2 options. Option 1 is you turn the middle leg upside down from the bottom, or you remove it and there's a second holder where you can put it in this direction. Manfrotto did a real nice thing because they put the second direction into the tripod, so you can turn this one very easy. Just open the screw here at the side, move the middle leg out, there's a button underneath, press the button, it comes up, turn it around, move it in, and that's it. Oops, and that's it. And here we are. Now you can close the screw here, and you can lower the legs if you want, and you can go absolutely to the bottom, and you can go down almost to the surface. So that's the lowest position you can use. You see, I can go a little bit lower, and that's the lowest position you can use. And you see, that's absolutely no problem to take nice macro photography with this tripod. And it's easy to turn back. Just open the screw here, remove the, move the arm out, turn it up, and then there's a position where it drops down. You have to turn it a little bit, and in this position, here we are. Just a second. Yeah, that's the only thing. There's only one position where here we are, and that's it, and close it, and ready. If you want to remove this one, it's also possible. Maybe if you're traveling and you have a small bag where the tripod with the head don't fit in, just move it out. And here on the side there's a small button which you should press, and when you press the small button then you get the middle part of the tripod out. Very easy, very simple. And back again, just press the red button here, put it in, and here we are. That's it. And now I want to use it in the macro position because I want to show you some nice options for macro photography. So we put it like this. Put it like this, and now I want to show you, just a little bit lower. So, okay. And now I want to show you what we can do if you want to take nice macro photography. First of all, one of the most, or not most, but one of the problems is to get the camera in the exact position towards your like flower or something else. And it's very, very, makes me, I don't like it, to move the tripod a little bit forward, backward, forward, backward. It would be much easier to move the camera instead moving the tripod. And therefore we have these macro plate, and this macro plate offers exactly the thing you need, because when you put your camera here on the macro plate, you can turn this dial here in front, on the front side, and then you can move the whole plate, including the camera forwards and backwards. If you want to go a little bit slower, a little bit faster, just release the thing here at the side, and then you can move the plate a little bit faster. How this looks like on the tripod, let's see. Put the camera plate underneath, and then we put the camera on top, and then you will see that's it. And now you can move the camera forward and backward. If here is your flower, you can just adjust it perfect. You can turn this one also. So you have different options to move the camera, and it's very nice, very smooth, and real, absolutely to the point, and absolutely perfect to adjust it perfectly to your flower or to your subject you want to take the picture. So let's remove this one. That's the first point. If you don't use an extra light, if you want to use an extra light, they have a nice thing. That's this one here, and there you can put 2 extra lights or 2 extra flashes on, and so you have an extra light for the macro photography. And I show you how this will work. You have the 2 arms which you can move out. Arm number 1, arm number 2. Move it a little bit to the side like this. Okay. And then you mount this on the macro part here. You have on the macro part you have a big screw here, which give you a lot of hold, and you have a big the part here on this side, and there we go. Put it in. So here we are. That's what it looks like. Now the only thing which is missing is the camera. And yes, here we open up the arm. And here we open the arm, and here's the screw to fix the camera. That I want to do later on, but now first of all put this one here to the tripod. Oops. Why am I here? Sorry for this. Screw has to be there. Perfect. Here we are. That's fixed. And now we can put some light on it. And I like these roto lights. These are LED lights. And the good thing is you have different filters. You have a gray filter to reduce the light because there's no dimmer inside, and you have different color filters. Here you have a set of color filters which you can use. So you have options to color your scene. You have options if you want to make a little bit backlight for the scene, and that's real nice. I love these LED lights, and also for portrait shooting or stuff like this, it's also very nice. I will turn this one a little bit out of my face so you can see it a little bit better. Here we are, a little bit to this side, and here we have the second LED light. So perfect. And last but not least, we have to put in the camera. You see, you can move the camera also in portrait mode if you want to. And that's it. You're ready. You can move the lights here. The arms are a little bit flexible. You have the option to move the arm a little bit more out or a little bit more in this direction. So you have options to move it. You can also, it's not even, you can turn it a little bit like this. So here we are, and that's it. And as I said before, you can move the camera forward and backward to adjust it perfect to your scene and to your flower or something else. And yeah, this works really fine. I love this setting very much because it gives me a little bit more options to take pictures even if I don't have enough light outside or inside. I can do food photography with this. And I have the option to move the camera exactly on the point where I want it without moving the whole tripod. And yeah, I love this very much. It's a nice thing to take macro photography. Okay. Yeah, so that's it. Let's remove the rack here, put it in the travel position, and here we are, the Manfrotto 190 with these nice, micro parts, and that's it. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed my presentation of the Manfrotto 190 a little bit, and it gives you an idea what options you have with this tripod. As I said before, it's not the cheapest one, but it's real good quality. It gives you a real good long time value if you use it very hard. And so it's the money worth you pay, and you have some options, and you get the spare parts very long, so that's another good reason also for a brand name or for the name Manfrotto. Hope you enjoyed my presentation. If so, please give me a like, subscribe my channel, and in the info part of this YouTube video you will see which Manfrotto I used, and you will see the roto lights. So I got the links to Amazon, and if you want to buy some of these stuff, I would appreciate if you buy it over with my Amazon links to support me a little bit. That's it for today. Hope you enjoyed it. Have some fun taking pictures outside. In the next days we will see some more videos from the Foto-Bude, and hope you come back. Until now I say, as every time, moin moin.